Good day, everyone. Today, we will be presenting our 5-day learning plan with ICT integration. Our learning plan title is Have Math in Your Class. The proponents are
Dominic Caro, Jomar Balopinos, Paul Robert Liquid,
Rizzimaita Melendres,
Napoleon Mundico,
Jones Vale Paterno,
and Rans Raymond Rio.
So we are the green and gray group. The learning area is Math 10 and the grading for youth is second grading. For our content standards, the learners demonstrate understanding of key concepts about defining and illustrating polynomial functions, draw the graph of polynomial functions, and solve problems involving polynomial functions. For the performance standards, the learner is able to formulate on how are polynomial functions related to other fields of study and how are these used in solving real-life problems in decisioning. For our day and time, so for the week 1, Monday, 9 to 10 a.m., the learning competency is illustrate polynomial function, which is the formal definition of a polynomial function. For the contextualization, the students read the introduction 1 in page 99 and they will do the pre-assessment part 1. So they will have to take note of the items or the questions that they are not able to answer correctly and revisit them as they go through the module for self-assessment. For the discussion, read and study the illustrative example in page 106 to 108. We also present the supplementary materials if they want to. For the furthermore understanding, we'll let them to visit and watch these video tutorials about illustrating polynomial functions. For the independent practice, activity number 2, they answer the fix and move them, then fill me up in page 107. And for the assessment, it will be a think, pair, and share. They will have to answer activity 3, be a polynomial function architect, on page 108. For our ICT integration, the hardware is their own textbook in Mathematics Grade 10, and for the software it is available online, the Mathematics Grade 10 Learners module that is already attached in this learning plan.
For day 2 on week 1, our competencies is graph polynomial function, which is focusing on factoring polynomial using any method. For the contextualization, the student need to revisit their knowledge on evaluating polynomials, factoring polynomials, solving polynomial equations, and graphing by point plotting. Their knowledge of these topics will help them to sketch the graph of polynomial functions manually. For the discussion, read and study the illustrative example, page 108 to 110. For further understanding, the student can visit and watch this video tutorial about graphs polynomial function if they wanted to. And for independent practice, answer activity 4. Do you miss me? Here I am again. It's located at page 108. For the assessment, do it individually. Answer activity 5. Save me and interest me. Page 110. For ICT integration, the hardware is Mathematics Grade 10 textbook. And for the software, which is can find in online, the Mathematics Grade 10 learning module, which is, we will give a link for it. For week 1, day 3, same time, 9 to 10 a.m. For learning competence, graph polynomial functions focuses on determining the x-intercept and y-intercept. Contextualization, the student needs to review their knowledge about x-intercept and y-intercept of x values and y values. For the discussion, read and study the illustrative example, page 113 to 115. For supplementary materials, the student can visit and watch this video tutorial about graphs, polynomial function, determine the x-intercept and y-intercept, which we will give the link. And for the independent practice, answer activity 6, give me more companions, page 111. For the assessment, choose your pair. Answer activity 7, what is the destiny of my behavior, which is located at page 112. For the ICT integration, for the hardware, mathematics grade 10 textbook. For the software, it is online, which is the mathematics grade 10 learning module.
On the fourth day of week 1, 9 to 10 a.m., function determine behavior of the graph of a polynomial function. On contextualization, recall on what we had discussed yesterday. On discussion, read and study the illustrative example on page 115 to 120. And in supplementary materials, it is optional since it can be read or write. Read or watch. Visit and watch this video tutorial about graph polynomial functions, and here is the link. So on independent practice, answer activity 8, sign on and sketch me on page 115, and answer activity 9, follow my path on page 115. And in assessment, in a group of 5, they will answer the activity 10. How should I pass through? Then they will answer the following questions. And in the ICT integration, there are 2 types of it, the hardware and software. The hardware is mathematics grade 10 textbook, and the software is the link of mathematics grade 10 learners module.
In the last day, day 5, week 2, Monday. So, we will tackle the learning competency, solves problem involving polynomial functions, solutions of problems. Before the discussion, we will ask the students what are the reflections about the past topics, graphing polynomial functions, followed by the discussions. Since we were in an online learning, the students can access online by watching the video about solving problem involving polynomial functions with the given link, or they can browse more than in the internet that fits for their learning ability. After the discussion, they will answer activity 12. It's your turn. Show me, that can be found in page 121. This individual activity is a matching type kind of activity that graph the polynomials that correspond to the best answer. In activity 14, make me useful by producing something that can be found in page 123. This can be done individual or by group or any form of assessment. This activity was a little bit difficult because it involved word problem solving. These topics can be scanned in hardware materials in mathematics grade 10 textbook or software materials in grade 10 learners mathematics module, and can be found with a given link.